I'm Maria Jose and this is Chase, and we have been traveling full-time since 2018.
Believe it or not, in that amount of time, we've only paid to stay at about 6 places. And today, we're gonna show you the apps that we use and how that's possible.
We're going to share our 4 favorite apps that we use to camp. The first one is one that probably a lot of people know about, but it's iOverlander. It's a little too sunny here, so do you want to just go inside the van and tell them about it?
Yeah, come on in.
Let's go. Ireler is one of the apps that we started using from the very beginning, because in 2018 there was not a lot of apps that you can go through to figure out where you can stay. So this one gives you the option to filter anything you need. You need to fill up water, you need a gas station, you need to pay for your campsite, but you also want a free campsite. The other cool thing about it also have reviews where you can go through the app and find a place that you want to stay and read reviews from other people that are telling you, we already stay here, what we like, what we didn't like. You can find out if they have water fill up, but also if there's any signal or service at all, if this is important for you. Something that you have to keep in mind with all of these apps is that some of these places might not be updated and you're not allowed to stay there. So my recommendation is have a handful of options before you go to a place, because you might be able to stay there, but you also might get a knock at night from the police, because you're not supposed to stay there. So make sure to have a whole plan before you head to a place. For this one, I'm going to let you talk about it because it's your favorite app.
It's true. It's one of my favorite apps, and I think we found some of our best spots. It is not a free application by any means, but let's just jump to it. The application that I prefer to use is OnX Hunt. It's an app designed for hunters to find possible places that they can hunt, to see property lines and get in contact with property owners. But there's a whole layer system that's built into the application and the web app that makes finding places so simple. OnX Hunt is an annual $99 fee. I think the first 2 or 3 sites you find as a result of OnX Hunt, it pays for itself. The other thing that I really love about it is their integrated hiking trails, designated campsites that will pop up in layers. You can see public and private lands, so it really gives you a good idea of where you have access. And then as the app developers have taken feedback from users, they've continued upgrading other layers. So they're now vehicle trail, off-road trails, all sorts of things packed into one individual app. We can use the satellite view from ahead to kind of give ourselves an idea of if we're going to be able to make it in. This is definitely not a great app for large vehicles pull behind campers, although it can be for like Western states BLM spots and national forest spots, but we really use it to get to the nitty-gritty, like 2-track roads and really off the beaten path areas.
For the next place that you can stay, it's not necessarily an app, it's a membership. It's $100 a year, and once you're a member you can download the app, and it gives you so many different options that you're not going to be able to find in a regular free app. Here you can stay in breweries, wineries, farm, and other type of locations. You do have to do a little bit more planning if you want to stay with Harvest Host. You have to call in advance, email, or communicate with the business before, see if they have a spot for you. You can stay for 1 night unless you're invited by the owner to stay a little longer. It is free after you're a member, but it is suggested to spend a little bit of money with the business. So if this is a farm, you can take a look around, buy some of the produce they offer, but also if it's a winery, you can get some wine. So it's a very cool idea overall. I haven't been able to stay in one, and I'm super excited to just give it a try.
And the final app that we use is Sekr. Sekr's the new kid on the block, and it's very similar to iOverlander in the way that users on the platform add their favorite places, they can add photos and videos, people can leave reviews, but you can also filter out places and see map layers. So it's kind of like a hybrid between OnX Hunt and iOverlander. There are many updates to the app that happen regularly because the developers are extremely proactive. They're always looking to improve the service for all of the users. users, and they really listen to feedback, which I think is impressive and speaks volumes to the overall network that they've built. The creators are also full-time nomads as well, which really makes the application hit home a lot easier. There are a ton of ways to stay informed while you travel and to find really awesome places while you're traveling as well. But then it has the added social benefit. And we all know that word of mouth is typically how we find some of the best hidden gems coast to coast. So you have access to grow a network and interact with other users, other people who are traveling part-time, full-time, just on the weekends or occasionally, and you can connect with them, keep in touch, and send messages. The other really huge benefit to Sekr that you don't get on any of the other apps or websites is that they have a full-blown community that is constantly updating calendars with events and sending out invites to anyone who wants to show up to these events. And as we've found out, networking is the best way to find the best spots coast to coast, and we absolutely love that Sekr has found a way to integrate the community into the platform and then continually make updates, progress, and improve the application as a whole.
We hope today you found a different app that you haven't been using and it makes your whole travel experience much better. If you want to see a one-on-one of using the apps and taking us to these places and figure it out all along, make sure to subscribe and stick around because we're going to be making a mini series out of all these things.
So we're going to use each app to find a spot to stay for free or in the membership, if you will, over the course of the next 4 weeks. So we'll show you how we're using the app, how we go through filtering out certain places and filtering in other places, and then really kind of how we hone in on what we think would be the best app, as well as some tips and tricks to help you find the best locations through each one of them. And then if one doesn't work out, well, we'll also have a couple of backups as well. That way we can show you our backup plans, which hopefully we don't have to use those.
Yes. So let's see how easy it is to use these apps, and we hope you enjoyed today's video. We hope to see you around, and we love you, amigues.